Here's the thing that you realize when you do something that's entrepreneurial, and it's really interesting, is that you think that the people that are most closest to you are going to be the ones that are actually going to buy stuff from you, or like use the thing that you're actually doing, right? Like that's what I assumed with the reciprocity project. And I mean, I think, I don't know if I've talked about this before or not, but I think it's like one of the bigger, more profound things that you sort of learn is that you'll realize, like, nobody that's close to you that you were sort of predicting um, um, would actually use it or think about it, and that kind of stuff will. And they don't friggin' they don't care, right? And you have to realize that, wait a minute, you got to sort of change who you are and think, those people don't care. And those people are, they're really not, they're not there, right? Like you have to completely change what you're focused on. You can't focus on convincing people. You have to get it to where you're just like, you know what? If there's people that actually believe in it and they think about it, then they will actually join and they'll be part of it. But everybody else, you can't sit there and like try to convince people to use your thing, use your product, use your service that you created. Can't It doesn't work out that way, right? Like, right away, and it's kind of interesting when people actually buy into it because they actually get it. But then everybody else that you so I initially built this for like other researchers that are identical to me, and I thought like there would be like all of my immediate friends and all of family and stuff would actually use this thing. I had friends and family that were that not only were academics, but they were in school and all of these kind of things. Like, I thought it would be very much that they would all use it. And the funny thing is, I see who actually uses this thing. I can you can sort of see on the back end. I know, I don't know all of the like, I don't get to see um, all of like who's actually going on to it, but I know who's actually using this thing um, by just by the fact that I could just tell by like when I talk to them, or and I'm well aware of it, right? Like, I'm like, wait a minute, they haven't even like gone into it. I've been working on this for like 5 years. And people that are really close to you, like really stinking close to you, never even go on it, and they won't even look at it, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's nice," and you got to be okay with that, right? And it's something that frankly, I'm not okay with, and I don't think I'll ever be able to get over that, because it's like, really, like, that's tough to get over. But then you have to say, okay, all of those people, um, you can't worry about them, right? Like, but you basically got to say screw it in your head, right? And move on and find other people that actually get it and see what you're doing, and really focus on those people like you, right? Like, they actually get what it's about, and you sort of think about the project, and you could sort of see it. Um, but everybody else, you're gonna be like, screw it, like they, excuse me, they just don't care. So you gotta like move on, right? They're so focused on themselves. You just gotta move on, and you gotta go and say, you know what, I'm never gonna sort of pursue um, insights from them, or talking to them. And it's hard because for me, I'm like super passionate, and it's like, this is my thing, right? Like, I really see that this is an important thing, and I see it's important not only for myself, but other people around the world. But you can't convince um, anybody of that, and so you got to stop convincing people. You got to stop like saying, hey, look at me over here, and you got to be like, screw it, I'm going to move around that, and just not focus on them. It's hard to do, right? Super hard to do, but you just got to be okay with circumventing it and saying, you know what, these people are not part of your, they're really not supportive. They're kind of like, they don't care, right? Like that's when I say like they don't care. People, the rest of the world does not care, right? Like you have to get used to that of assuming that they just don't care, and you're not going to be able to convince them or get them to sort of be part of your thing. You have to move on, right? And that's okay. That's the beauty of having that confidence where you just walk forward and you say, you know what, this thing's actually important. I had every single person that's ever close to me criticize it and say it's never going to work out and it's problematic and all of these kind of things. But guess what? They were talking about like my YouTube channel, for example, and how it's all problematic and I can't be boring and all those kind of things. Guess what? I get 100,000 people a month watching the thing now, right? And you have to be okay with that. You walk your walk and you ignore everybody else, and you know what you're doing is the right thing. And you have to sort of get this real. It's not. I mean, I guess it's a thick skin. I don't like that term, but you have to know what is right, and you just pursue that particular thing that is right. If you know it's right and it's doing good things, then you should pursue it, no matter what you're doing. And I really strongly believe that, right? If you so strongly know that it's a right thing and a good thing, then you probably should pursue it anyways. All right. So I wanted to say, take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.